Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Winnie and Walter. Today we have a very masculine card using some pretty cool Winnie and Walter products. For our main sentiment, we are using In a Word Happy. This is from Winnie and Walter. We are using a piece of cardstock that looks like wood. To top it off, we are doing some kissing techniques using the gorgeous Into the Wood stamp set, also from Winnie and Walter. We'll be using Winnie and Walter dies. And then for our ink colors, Sandcastle and Icing on the Cake. These are Catherine Pooler, available on the Winnie and Walter shop, along with some white confetti sequins. So I have pre-cut my die cut from normal Nina cardstock and place it on my Misty. We're going to begin by stamping the Happy using the Sandcastle, which is a really light brown. And so if you don't have these exact colors, you can totally do some mix and matching. So just be sure it's a lighter brown. Then I'm going to come in with the Into the Woods, and we're going to be using the one that has the texture. So I'm going to remove the backing from this. We are going to ink up just that one. Let's see, that's the third one from the left, and we are going to grab the Icing on the Cake, which is a really dark brown, and we're just going to ink up directly onto the stamp that's on the acrylic base, so you don't actually have to take this out to do the kissing technique. We're going to kiss that, which means we're going to put the one with the background over the Happy, and it's going to work really well because this is a solid image, a solid stamp. We're going to remove that, and you'll see the actual grains onto the Happy stamp. All right, so we're going to press that down, and this is why we're using a Misty. That way you have that grain image right on it. And look how fun that is. That darker wood grain looks really nice over that light brown. Now we're going to come in and stamp the birthday. So it's going to be Happy Birthday. We're going to be using the Icing on the Cake just to have a matching color. All right, now that we got the Happy, we're going to move on to inking up the rest of the card. So we're going to get the same wood grain stamp that we used earlier. However, we're going to be doing some second generation stamping. You're probably wondering what second generation stamping means is that you stamp it after you stamped it the first time. So this is going to create a very light way to stamp it and not lose that beautiful clean background. So we're going to come in with the Sandcastle, which is a really light brown. We're going to ink up the entire wood grain. And then we're going to grab a piece of printer paper. So any piece of paper, scrap paper works. This is all it's going to do. It's going to remove that first layer of ink, and then it'll allow that second generation stamping. So you're going to get some of that wood grain without losing that Happy, and it looks really, really nice. So I removed the first layer, and then we're going to bring it down and stamp it. And you can see still the wood grain. However, it's not taking over and it's not overpowering. So we're going to continue on doing the second generation stamping. We're going to slide up the card base, and then we're going to ink up the wood grain again, clean it off with our printer paper, and then close the lid and stamp again. So to be able to do this without having to actually reposition your stamp pad, you use the larger of the Misties. So we're going to do our last but not least of the second generation stamping, clean it off with the printer paper, and then stamp it again. All right, now we have our wood grains ready to go. We're going to grab the two little dots included in that Happy stamp set, and we're going to stamp those with that lightest of browns, which was the Sandcastle, and then coming in with Icing on the Cake and inking up those two little dots again, and doing those kind of off sides from where we did the first set of little dots. This is just going to be a little bit of embellishment, yet keeping it nice and masculine. And now we're going to start assembling our card. So I have my wood grain piece of cardstock, and I thought this would look really fun with our fake wood grain cardstock. So we're going to place some adhesive on the back, just flat adhesive. And now we have our panel. And to embellishment, I have white confetti sequins. These are just a solid matte white. You can use a little bit more of an iridescent, but since this is a masculine card, I really wanted to keep the shimmer and the shine down to be able to give this to a guy and not be so girly. And that does it for this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for more tutorials. Let me know your thoughts. If you're looking for more inspiration, again, stay tuned, or head on over to the Winnie and Walter blog where you can see challenges and be able to win some prizes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.